Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Good evening, tennis fans. Here we are. We're back once again. It's another draw preview, JG. And how are you doing today, sir?
Very good, mate. I didn't expect to be doing one today. I thought we were saving them all for tomorrow. But I obviously know my tennis reminded me on the YouTube channel. I think it was a comment he wrote saying that the qualifiers is going to be going on the same time as the match starts. Exactly the same as what happened with the women's one. So in Dubai, they've got it all over the place. So we're having qualifiers and the main draw starting on the same day. In fact, I think you have the qualifiers playing after the main draw, by the looks of it.
Oh, mate. I don't know how.
Oh, no, it's not. No, that's not the case. Sorry. They're playing just before. So you've got from 7 a.m., so in about 9 hours' time, Kukushkin, Justino, O'Connell, Fabiano heading to court.
Yeah.
And they're going to be playing the opening qualifier. Well, I think this is the final stage of qualification. We've got to have that. And then we're going to have the main draw starting off from about 10 o'clock.
Mad, isn't it? I'm not sure who's doing the scheduling for these tournaments, but someone needs to be held accountable. Maybe they could be doing these. I don't know. There's too many tournaments.
There's not enough time. There's not enough time, is there, really, for these tournaments? I feel like they're just trying to cram them in whenever they can.
They definitely are doing that. And we've seen, obviously, today, got to give congratulations to start with to Nicolas Basilashvili for winning the tournament today in the final against Batista Agut there in Doha. So well done to Basilashvili. He will be playing this tournament as well. So that's exciting.
Well, we'll see. Do you reckon he'll pull out? I don't think he. I think he'll play it. Yeah.
I hope not. I hope he keeps going, mate. I want to see him keep winning, and I think he's got a bye through the first round anyway.
Okay.
So he would potentially be meeting again Taylor Fritz, I think, in the second round. But we'll get onto that when we go through the draw. So, but like you were saying, there's a few qualification matches which are going to be going on first in this one, and they're going to be playing during some of the. We don't know obviously who the qualifiers are going to be in this draw, but we're just going to have to take a little pot luck, unfortunately, as we usually do. So hopefully it won't affect the draw too much, though, and we can still pick winners.
I think it will. You've got Rusevori in the qualifiers. You've got G. Lloyd Harris. Them two, they're bracket killers. They can go potentially quite far. A bit like a Martin Fuchsovich. Albot as well, yeah.
Albot.
There's a few qualifiers that are a bit dodgy. You don't really want to avoid.
Chris O'Connell, another good one. Kukush. Yeah, you're right, actually. It could have hell to pay. Anyway, give a shout out to some of the people joined us in the chat. Thanks for joining us yet again. It feels like we were only here a minute ago. Now we're back on again. Great to see you all in there. We got Mitrovic in there, Paulius in there, Jackie. We got George in there from Sydney, Australia. Great to have you in, bud. TikTok videos there. And then we obviously got that Mr. Top of the leaderboard there, Thomas Rock, the top tipper, the leader, the admin of the Discord. And we got Gio back in after that Basilashvili win earlier. Can't wait to get back in the live chat and celebrate. So it's great to see. And we got Jack's in. Great to see you in as well, Jack. So great. Lots of people. Oh, no. There you go. One more person as well. And Gregor's. God, look, they're all coming out of the woodwork tonight. This is great. Come on, guys. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. So, yeah, I know that you were quite keen to go through in this tournament some of the previous winners, because it's only the best of the best seem to be doing well in this tournament. As you can see here.
We have to bring it up. Look at these names. So if you go back to 2003, I think that's where it really starts. So 2003, you've got Roger Federer, and this is where he burst onto the scene. And it's just been dominated, this tournament, by the big three. Yeah. You can see there, Federer's won it loads of times. Djokovic had a good run from 2009 to 11. Even Rafa got in on the act in 06 to break it up a little bit. Roddick's there was a bit of a surprise, just sort of mixing it with the best. Then you keep going, and then it's just Roger, Novak, Roger, Stan Wawrinka, Andy Murray. Brilliant, them two, aren't they? That they've managed to sort of get in amongst the big three so many occasions. Batista Agut, we see how well he's playing at the moment. And then normal normal things resumed there. Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, and you can see Tsitsipas. He's reached the final on 2 occasions and lost both times. One against Roger, one against Novak.
Sad to see from Stefanos there. And both in straight sets, pretty similar, wasn't it? Both times.
Yeah.
So coming up against the big dogs though in the final, always going to be tough. And you see there a lot of these are just straight sets wins in the finals as well. So
something to watch out for sure. And I think having no Roger in this tournament, having no Djokovic as well.
Yeah.
No Rafael Nadal, no Murray. Stan Wawrinka, I believe, has just pulled out as well.
Well,
the only one left, the only winner left is a gut. We see what he's done. Could he do? Could he go one better and win this one?
Well, Bastiashvili, mate, if he plays it, he'll have a thing or two to say about that. As will a few of the other players that are in the tournament. There's a very good field of players in this tournament. You'll be surprised. I was surprised how many players as well. It's going to be quite a
it's a big draw, isn't it?
Thick draw preview that we're going to have to go through. The bracket is quite big top to bottom, but don't worry, we'll get through it all and give you who we think's going to be going through. It's going to be tough though with those qualifiers, but we're just going to have to do the best.
Let's have a little look at the qualifiers. So tomorrow, what we have, if you get it up, I think it's in your next tab.
What on the?
So here we go.
Okay, so this is just from today. That's just some of the results from today. Apologies.
So if you look on the next one,
next day, isn't it? Right. Apologies. There we go. So that's an.
So this is the main draw. So we're going to go through these in a minute. I'm not going to talk about these.
Sure. No worries.
Keep going down. So the qualifiers, there we go. So these are some of the qualifiers we have. For me, I reckon we're going to see probably Kukushkin, O'Connell, Rusevori, maybe Troitsky. I know Troitsky recently beat Rusevori in a big match as well. Albot, Zapata Morales as well. I think that's going to be a tough one for Albot. Whoever comes through there is going to be dangerous. I saw Zapata Morales. I don't know if you caught it in the previous qualifying round. He beat the guy 6-love.
Oh, really?
So but I think it was a complete nobody. Like it was an unranked nobody local.
I'm Ala Wadi.
Yeah,
no idea who that is. He's got a very interesting profile pic with a red background, which is very interesting. But never heard of him.
We've got Harris. I think he's going to be okay. And then the Indian affair as well, Ramanathan or Bambury.
Yeah, mate. For me, I'd probably shy towards Ramanathan. I think he's but interesting to know that the last 2 times, no, actually, the last 4 times they played, Bambury has won.
Well, Bambury's the favourite as well. You can see that from the odds.
This is crazy to me for some reason. Even though they last played 2 years ago.
I think Ramanathan beats it. He's been playing well.
I think so. I think he's been playing a lot better. He beat the Gombos, mate.
Yeah, but without further ado, though, let's get into this draw preview.
Yeah,
I'm going to just share the link in the chat, so you can, if you've not already, you can join on and enter your brackets alongside ours and see how you fare against me and Ben and everyone else in the GTL community.
That's it. And there we've got Darren joining us in there. Great to have you on there. Darren, and then Floyd. What's up? What's up, Floyd? And Gregor's asking if we can pronounce his surname. You can go.
Brzakoffer Kiffel quits.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I think it's Brzekowicz. There you go. That's what I'm going to go with. Let us know if either of us got that right.
I think you was probably closer.
I don't know about that, mate. I don't think either of us were that close. Right, I've got the draw up on the screen. Are we going to go through in little sections as we normally do?
Let's just do the 4 at a time, and then we'll just talk about the little sections.
Right, little sections. That's all right, mate. Excuse me.
So, for example, here we'll do these 4, and we'll just go all the way to the end. So your wherever that position is, I think it's quarters. No, is it? You know wherever that is, that position there.
Exactly right, mate. So we got obviously Dominic team kicking off number 1 seed once more.
Quarterfinals. That's the quarterfinals. We'll go to the quarterfinals for all of them.
Okay, mate. Yeah. So Dominic team kicking it off once again. He's number 1 seed. He's going to be up against who knows. For me, I don't really see Dominic team being troubled by anyone from the qualifying. I'd have him going through to at least this section.
Yep. Me too, mate. I've actually gone for qualifier 2 just to mix it up because you went for 1.
Well,
The next one for Keener, Sonego.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
Normally, I would say for Keener, but it's just whether is how injured he is.
Yeah, that was why I would depict the Sonego over
I'm
him.
going to go for Keener, though. I'm going to still go for Keener because I think he's good for a match. He's dangerous for a match. Maybe that could be his all, but...
Well, I've got a notice here. It's actually cancelled. Oh, no.
That one's cancelled, is it?
Yeah, it's coming up on Tennis 24 is cancelled now. So
maybe there'll be someone else replacing them. Let me have a look if I can see it on the draw here.
I know. I was just trying to have a quick look down to see if anybody knows in the chat who he's being replaced by. Please let us know. Because
it looks like Sonego dropped out.
Well, both dropped out.
No, it looks like Fakina's still in.
Oh, it's Fakina's the one still in. I can't see either name.
On my draw here, it just says Fakina's in the draw, but he's not in the next round. I'm not sure. Does anyone know in the chat what's going on there? In the meantime, let's keep going, mate. So Krajinovic, do you reckon he'll beat either of them two? We don't know who it's going to be.
I'm actually going to go with Krajinovic to go through against.
Regardless, I had Krajinovic too.
Yeah.
And that would be really interesting because that'll be a repeat of Cincinnati, where Krajinovic completely demolished team in 2 sets. Remember that in about an hour?
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say, well, I don't think there's any point me putting Sonego. I think that's probably going to be a qualifier. I'm going to leave it. Doesn't matter. All right, I'm just going to leave it. I think it's probably just going to be a qualifier or a lucky loser. Maybe it fills that spot now.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're sticking with it. I'm going to go Krajinovic. I think that he would beat Sonego. I think he would probably beat qualifier as well, even if they came through, even if it was maybe Rus. I don't think Rusevori hasn't impressed me recently.
No, he's been a bit suspect. I think the big one's G. Lloyd Harris. He could give team a good match. I think he could beat him. I genuinely do. That he's that good for me. But regardless of that, I'm going for Dominic Thiem here. I've got that same matchup. Team Krajinovic, and I'm going to have Team advancing from this little section.
Yeah, I think it's wise. I think we're both going to have that. Let's move down to the next section.
Yeah.
Let us know if you've got the same thing moving on down.
So the next 4, I can see you've already entered these ones, mate. You've already done it. Bit keen.
I know. I was getting worried, mate, because they had the qualifiers being shown up as starting at the same time as the real matches. So I was just like, I've just got to go through and do some at least. So I've got Coric obviously has a bye through. If we don't know who Aljaz Bedeni is going to be playing, I think Bedeni is going to beat whoever it is in the qualifying.
Me too. Next one, Nishikori versus Riley Opelka. I'm going to go Opelka, and then Goffin's obviously got the bye. Next round is tough. So Coric, really. Bedeni. Bedeni can cause upsets. He can beat anyone. When he's firing, he's a dangerous player. Wouldn't be that shocking. I'm still going to go Borna Coric. And at the bottom, I'm actually going to go Goffin to beat Opelka.
I'm probably going to go Opelka and Coric, if I'm honest. I'm just...
And then out of them two?
Out of them two, I'd probably go Coric.
Okay, so you have Coric leading the way there.
Yeah.
For me, I've got Goffin, so I'm going to have then Goffin, Coric, and then Goffin to beat him. So Goffin's going to be my guy advancing and into the quarterfinals from the second 4 down.
All right, well, let's move down.
And Abassa, they're saying Goffin, Coric is a tough one. Yeah, it really is. It is a tough one. I think they're kind of similar, semi-similar in terms of frame.
Yeah.
Well, potentially Goffin, I don't know. I think he could be a bit faster on the court.
Yeah, I'm not so. I think he's coming back still. I don't think he's fully back. And then if he's up against someone like Opelka, for me, I just think Opelka, all he has to do is serve well on one day, and then it's all over for you anyway. So I always shy towards Opelka in the early rounds, and it's just when it gets into the latter stages that I sort of see him falling away. The serve starts stumbling. Right, we've got this next quartet or the next 8. I've gone, Shapovalov goes through instantly. I'd have him probably beating Struff as well. I have Struff going through. Not so sure now I've seen the qualifiers, if I'm honest, but I think Struff's solid.
It's Lloyd Harris, mate. If it's Harris there,
exactly.
I would have Harris to beat Struff. So that's the only condition, but I'm banking on the fact that it's not him.
Radu?
Albot, I don't know. I'm not as convinced, man.
Still won't give him his due. Poor old Radu.
Floyd's gone for Opelka over Goffin, similar to what you did.
Yeah, I think it's a wise. It's sort of a safe. It's a sort of safe pick. I don't know why I think it's safe, but he just with that serve. If the other player doesn't play their game, he clears up. Really, I think. So there we go.
I'm not sure if he dropped out, didn't he, recently against Rublev? Maybe he's saving himself for this tournament. I don't know. Wouldn't surprise me if he lost this one, to be fair, against Cecchinato. But I'm going to go for Gasquet purely because he should he should be winning. He's a better player.
Yeah, hard court for Gasquet over Cecchinato.
Hopefully he turns up. Doesn't
more of a clay quarter. Don't see him doing well against Gasquet. Even a 50% Gasquet, I think, wins this match.
Yeah.
So up against Hurkacz, though, that'd be a tough matchup. Gasquet, Hurkacz. I'm gonna go with Hurkacz in this matchup. I think that he could just overpower him.
Yeah, I've got exactly the same, mate. Hurkacz for me as well. He's been impressive. Obviously, won that tournament beginning of the year, and he looks really good. I think he's gonna do well, and I think I've got the same combination. I'm tempted to say he beats Shapovalov as well.
I'm tempted, but I'm not because it's a fast court. I like Shapo serving. I'm going Shapovalov with the served speed. I think that they're both good servers.
I'm so 50-50 on it. Go on then. I'm going to go Shapo as well.
All right.
Convince me.
We've got very similar quarterfinals at the minute, but you've got Goffin, I think, just is a slight variation. As we move down, we've got Alex de Minaur has a bye through the 9th seed. He will be playing out of Jeremy Chardy or Albert Ramos Vinolas, who we know he can have a good match or a terrible match. You never know which one's going to turn up. For me, it's hard court. It's going to be the terrible one. Chardy through. Yeah,
Chardy easily for me. I think that's going to be a comfortable one. Next one's a bit tricky. 2 wild cards, 2 really good players. I'm going to go Popperin. I've gone exactly the same for you. And then obviously Khachanov at the bottom. Khachanov then will beat Popperin for me. And the top one, I don't know. I could go for a surprise and go for Chardy.
Not for me. I'm actually going to go for a surprise here, though. I'm going to pick Popperin over Khachanov.
Yeah, and I'm going to go Chardy to beat Alex de Minaur as well. So I'm going to have Chardy to beat de Minaur. And you've gone for your little surprise down the bottom. So we've both tried it here. Who are you going to have advancing? De Minaur?
Oh, the 2 young Aussies, yeah. For me, on fast hard courts, Alex de Minaur, that's his surface, mate. He could do quite well in this tournament, I think.
And then I'm going to have Chardy beating Khachanov as well.
What do we do with Stan now? If Stan's out, who's going to be replacing him?
Does
that mean we get two lucky losers?
No, I know who it is. I know who's replaced. Who's replaced Stan Wawrinka? Does anyone know? Oh, okay. So, all right. So, Sonego's moving to Wawrinka's place, and Fokina's playing a qualifier. Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
So that's going to be Sonego. So Sonego's already through. Okay. So then Sonego against potentially a qualifier or Millman. I'm going to go Millman.
I'm going to go qualifier. I think Millman's been suspect. I mean, he's been suspect recently. I'm thinking that one of those, if that's an Albot or if it's a Roos, I think a lot of them could trouble. He lost.
Or Harris.
Yeah, true. I think he lost to Ebden pretty convincingly. So I don't know. And he's lost a couple recently. Not been looked the same. Oh, look, it's a rematch. The next one. Rematch from the Australian Open. Oh, God.
Tarasimov is going to be quaking in his boots. That is shocking for him. I feel sorry for him, mate. Obviously, he got obliterated in the Australian Open. I think it was like 6-1, 6-love, 6-1 or something ridiculous.
No, 6-love, 6-1, 6-love. 2 bagels in there, mate. Only one breadstick.
I'm sorry, that's shocking. I don't know if Tarasimov was slightly injured on that day. It's an easy one. I'm going to go Karatsev, the wild card. And I think I'm going to be backing him hard because he then beats Dan Evans as well. He's that good right now.
I'm going to have Sonego probably going through this one. I don't know who it's going to be, but I reckon they'll probably beat him. But I reckon Karatsev knocks. He's our quarterfinalist there, mate.
Come on, Karat. And Jack is going, go at Karatsev. Because I've got him heading that little bracket too. I don't care who he's going to face. He's doing it.
I was a bit shocked for some reason. I was thinking the other day, everyone's been calling him like Aslan the Lion, or been calling him the Cat Karatsev. His surname has sort of the word carrot in it. I was surprised there was no like carrot emojis coming up for Karatsev. I think that could be a good one.
Carrot gold.
Well, yeah, or carrot gold. Yeah, some gold bars maybe, some diamonds maybe. Maybe
Yeah, I
the
don't think of
diamond.
carrots. I think of the gold when I see his name.
I was thinking of carrot, like his head on top of a carrot is what I've got. Like, all these thumbnail ideas,
Mate,
mate.
you need to have gold now. You need to have him in gold, like a golden man.
I like a golden like sculpture. Yeah, carrot cake. There you go. See, got it right. Or maybe like he's one. If you rearrange his name, is actually karate, but with an SV in there as well. So interesting. Interesting name anyway. Good old Aslan. We'll move on down. Like, oh, it's the young Italian.
So for
Yannick
me,
Sinner.
Sinner's got the bye. Next round, Bublik's going to beat Nishioka.
Yeah.
Ebden, he's got the bye as well. And Agut's got the bye. So there's a lot of buys here. It's kind of done for you. It's just Bublik I'm going to be picking. Then I'm going to have Agut to beat Ebden. And then Sinner to beat Bublik. Playing it quite safe, I feel, in this
Does
section.
anybody know what happened to Ebden today in the semi-finals? Because I think that's going to affect my selection.
Yeah,
Because
it
I'm
was
not
happening
sure.
when we was doing the live watch along, wasn't we? We were not sure
Yeah.
what was going on, but clearly he was feeding some. I think at the end of the day, mate, he was just beaten and he just couldn't be bothered to, like, there's no point in him staying out there and getting smashed up by Medvedev.
30. It's semi-final. What are you talking about?
Hey, he was down a set and he was free. It was down a double break in the second set. It was over.
Was pretty much. He's 33. He's probably just saving the legs.
Yeah.
Right. So Bublik Sinner's a tough one for me. For me, I could see Bublik. I think Bublik's going to cause the upset, knock out Sinner.
Not for me, mate. And also some breaking news coming through. Mitrovic saying Roger Federer has decided to skip Roland Garros.
That's
That's not that breaking. I thought that would happen. I can't see. There's no point in him going there anyway. He's never gonna get past maybe 1 round, 2 rounds. That'll be it. He was never going to win Roland Garros.
No. So you've got Batista Agut going through, and you got Agut v Sinner. I think I know which way you're going to be going on this one.
Go on then.
I reckon you're already going to pick Yannick Sinner because Agut just played the whole tournament.
Yeah, Yannick Sinner. So I have Sinner to beat Agut, and he's going to be heading that little section for me.
I've got Bublik beating Agut. So there we go. I've got Bublik. That's a big call for me in this section. I've gone Thomas Rock be happy about my selection. But let's move on down. Oh, another name appearing again. We've not seen in a while. Carreño Busta.
He's back.
Pablo Carreño Busta. And this one's an interesting one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a big one to win. I'm going to go for Martin Fuchs.
Yeah, go on, Mart. Go on. He's the most underrated player on the tour.
I'm then going to go Joe Wilfred Songa below.
Malik, not Malik. Yeah, come on.
It's got to be Songa, man.
He's one of my favourite players of all time, Songa. I want to see that smiling face and him running around the court. Come on, Songa. I'm actually going to go with Songa to beat Lajovic as well. Just to try and come on, Songa, do something.
Not for me. I'm going to go Lajovic, but then I'm going to go Fuchsovic to beat Buster. I think Buster's going out. He's not going to get advanced whatsoever. And then I'm actually going to have Fuchsovic leading the pack. So
why not, mate? I think this could be he could have a bit of a early run this year. I think he could. He's been looking good. He's surely got to have a lot of confidence getting to the final of that other event. From qualifying as well, don't forget.
Fair enough.
Moving on down, and as you can see here, 2 buys have set up a rematch, really, wasn't it, of the last tournament? I think they met in, what was it, Qatar?
Yeah.
It was Fritz and Bashashvili, and Bashashvili came out on top, I believe.
What was the score? It was really comfortable as well, wasn't it?
Let me just double check, just because I don't want to feed some false information.
It was 6-1, 7-6 in the tiebreak, and then 6-1.
Yeah. I thought it was close on one of the sets. That was why. But Bashashvili just proved that Fritz has been playing some of his best tennis of his career at the moment, and that just goes to show what a time to come up against Bashashvili, the reformed man. Not bad timing, some might say. And Fritz, unfortunately, fell down. I think this is probably a better opportunity for Fritz to actually go through against him. Bash might take a day off, do you think?
I don't know. I really don't know. You can't. He's a man you cannot predict. If you go for him, I'm going to go for Fritz. But I don't.
I'm
I
riding
think
the Bash.
I think you could win. I don't know. It's a 50-50. It depends
He has
what one turns up.
He has a bye, so he's got a bit of respite there. I think it's going to be enough to see him past Fritz again. This one's interesting. Now we know that some of the qualifiers. Would you pick Jordan Thompson over the qualifier?
No, I've gone for the qualifiers. I think one of the qualifiers will beat Thompson.
Really? Wow. And then the next one, I'm guessing you're probably going to pick Andrei Rublev.
Yeah. So believe it or not, I do have Rublev heading that little.
I would love to see this. I would love to see this matchup. Basilashvili, Andrei Rublev, the way they've both been playing recently, both won a tournament. And come on, that is a head-to-head that we both want to see. Like both power players and that forehand versus that backhand, I think.
Yep.
That would be amazing. For me, I think Rublev's had a little bit of rest by now. I think Bash might be a little bit tired by this stage. I'm going to have Rublev going through.
Nice.
Yourself?
Sorry, I didn't even say mine, did I? I've already moved to the top. I have Rublev, Martin Fucsovics, and Rublev's going to go through.
Martin Fucsovics? That's not right. You either got Fritz, you mean?
Do I not have Fucsovics?
That's in the other section, mate.
No,
right.
I've got that there, mate. Oh,
yeah.
No, sorry, because I've skipped a bit. I'm already on the next bit. Sorry, I've got Rublev, Fritz, and then I've got Rublev winning.
Okay, no problem. So, right, I'll go all the way back to the top again, and then we'll move on to the next section.
Yeah. So these are the semi-finals. So from the top, I've got Dominic Thiem versus Goffin, and I'm going to have Dominic Thiem winning that. So he's going to be my first person in the semi-final.
This is a toughie. Chorich versus Thiem on my one. Thiem sort of let me down in the last tournament, if I'm honest. Didn't really. He looked super frustrated out on the court as well. It wasn't playing his best tennis. I think someone.
Wait, who beat Thiem again? I forgot. My mind's gone.
Mate, I'm exactly the same. There's been so much tennis. I'm struggling. It was Batista Agut. Batista Agut Agut in 3. Okay, I'm going to go with Thiem. Agut did have a good tournament. I'm going to leave it to that. He had a tie break as well in the first set. If that had gone another way, he could have beaten him in straight sets. So, all right. Okay, move down. Shapovalov, Dimonor. Who have you got?
I've got Shapovalov, Sardi. Bit crazy, really. And I'm going to go Shapovalov.
I'm going to go Alex Dimonor.
Okay.
I think he might just be a little bit more consistent. Shapovalov.
I've got Alex Dimonor going out first round.
Oh, really? Wow.
What have I done?
Well, mate, it could happen. Charlie's been looking good, so you don't know which one. You don't know which Dimonor's going to turn up.
I definitely wrote in my heart. I like Charlie too much. That's why.
I know. I think he's too handsome. I think that's what you're on the Federer bandwagon.
So your top semi-final is who? So I've got at the top. I've got Shapovalov Thiem.
Dimonor Thiem for me.
Okay,
and moving on down. Oh no!
This is going to be interesting. This is really interesting. I'm not sure what you're going to go for. So I've got Karatsev Sinner. Do you have the same? I know you've got Karatsev Bublik.
Yeah. That sort of makes it more tough. My one, I think, for me. I don't know. I'm going to go Karatsev, mate.
I'm going to go him as well. I think Karatsev's going to beat Sinner.
Wow, mate. Well, mate, he was an Australian Open semi-finalist. You can't. I know that we're laughing. Like
he lost the team quite comfortably, didn't he? But I say it was 3 sets though. He still took the team to 3.
Hey, I think it was. I think it was quite.
He was playing all right, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was playing quite well, to be honest. I think the only problem with him in that match was the first set. It looked like he had no sign of nerves whatsoever, and he was just sort of hitting and being quite casual with everything, and was just hitting through it. And he just tightened up a little bit. And I think that was very visible. He started mishitting a lot of stuff, was going for things when he shouldn't have been going for it. He was trying to shorten too many rallies. So I think if he just goes back to the drawing board at the start of the second set, I think he can do it. He did it in the Australian Open. Surely he can do it.
He won the doubles as well. He just won the doubles in Doha. So he can't be playing that bad.
I'm not even joking, though. I think that Dan Evans could beat him. I think that's a possibility.
Yeah, Dan Evans could be there. And he could have a good run based looking at the draw as well. I think whoever wins that, if it is Dan Evans, Karatsev, whoever wins, that's huge.
Yeah, I think so.
Dan Evans has got a very good draw in this tournament.
Yeah, I think he has. But I'm gonna stick with the carrot, and
Hey, my bottom is something else. So potentially now we have. Well, you've got. Oh, you got the same as me. I've got Rublev beating Fuchsovitz.
yeah, it's got to be again.
So
Unfortunately,
look what that sets up, mate. Look at the semi-final you've got at the bottom.
I got Rublev Karatsev.
The two Russians, the two doubles pairings.
I
They're
know.
both in form. It's so hard to call who's going to win. I'm going to let you go first. Who's going to win, Rublev or Karatsev?
Rublev's gonna win.
Rublev's going to beat him.
Yeah, I just think that in these type of tournaments, even though Rublev can't get it over the line somewhat in the Grand Slams, I think that these tournaments for him, he loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Is this a 500?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
a 500.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Come on, this Rublev. Come on, it's a 500. He's going for 5 in a row. Don't forget about the records as well. He's closing in on, is it Roger Federer's record of consecutive wins in ATP 500?
6 consecutive wins Federer had.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine if he could get the win in this tournament, which is highly possible, I think. So I'm going to be having Andrei Rublev, my first finalist there. I think it's got to be against Dominic. So this is a bit sad, really. It's number one seed versus 2 seed, really, in my final.
Yeah, I've got the same though, mate. I've got Team versus Rublev as well. I kind of think it's going to happen. We've got Marcus here saying, guys, please, what is this? This is a draw preview. It's a website you can check. Oh, I think he's laughing at what we're doing. I mean, more Boblik Karatsev. Why do you have these guys going so far? That's Ben's one. I don't have Boblik going that far. But make sure you enter yours as well, Marcus. The link is pinned in the chat. It's also in the description. Enter your own. It's completely free. You just put your email in. And you can go from there. Julian's asking, are we going to talk about Acapulco? No, we're going to save that for tomorrow night. So we're going to do the women's tournaments and Acapulco tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, this one's just being done because they're going to be starting it early.
Yeah,
so
it's important to get this one in tonight for sure, because otherwise you'll miss the bracket like most of us did for the women's one last week.
Yeah, exactly. So we've both got Dominic Thiem versus Andrei Rublev in the final. Tough one, but I'm going to go with Ruby Rublev to set. I want him to set some records, mate, early in the career, and I'm going to with Rublev to win the tournament. Another ATP 500.
Mate, that's huge. Now, this is where I disagree. I'm going to go Dominic Thiem. You've seen historically, that's why I wanted to bring the start of the tournament. There's always the big players. Look at them. There's always the big ones. And for me now, Dominic Thiem is considered as one of the big players. He's won a Grand Slam. He's a Grand Slam champion, and he's right up there in the rankings. What's he number? Is he number 4 in the world?
Yeah,
I think Medvedev just pushed him down. But
yeah, I think so.
For me, he's a bit more elite than the rest.
No, not 3, 4, I believe.
Yeah. You've got Medvedev 2, Nadal 3, and Thiem 4.
I believe that's correct.
Thiem can do it. Yeah.
On that. But yeah, so I've got Rublev, you've got Thiem.
It'll be a great final if we get Team Rublev. We'll be head to head.
Well, mate, I want to see Karatsev Rublev. I think that would be the most entertaining. The doubles winners.
We'd have to do the semi-final as well. We'd definitely do a live watch along for that, because that'd be epic if we get the Russians in there. It'd be good to see Karatsev. I'd like to see Karatsev get to the final.
Jackie's saying, is that one more Rublev song in the making? Well, what I want to know is, like, if there's any, is there any songs out there that are actually already about Dubai, or are there any other tournaments or countries that have, or towns or cities that have songs named after them where they play these tennis tournaments? Because that sort of dictated why I made these songs. I did Vienna because I knew of a song called Vienna already.
What about Africa, mate?
Yeah, Match for Africa. And then
you should have done that, because that's a tune. I actually love that song. What's it? Toto
yeah,
Africa.
Toto. Yeah.
You've got to like that one, surely,
mate. It's a classic, isn't it? But Rotterdam was obviously by the beautiful south. That's why I covered that one.
Thomas Rock's got one. He said he's got a Dubai song. It's Russian.
Oh, great. That should be easy to work with. Cheers, Tom. But yeah, we'll wait and see. There's no promises. These just come along impromptu. If I get some inspiration from somewhere, then I will do it. But we're working around the clock, as you can see, bringing you as many watch-alongs, as many draw previews. We're working jobs on the side as well, and dealing with other stressful things in our life as well as
Budapest, another song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mate, Budapest I could do one for, that's for sure. Oh, George Ezra. Mate, that's a good one. I like that. I like that one. See, that one's one that I probably would do.
12 Travel 21, that's straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Don't know if you can pull that one off, though, can you?
Mate, don't talk to me about straight out of Compton. Mates, but yeah, after the day I had yesterday, I don't want to be it's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, for anybody who didn't know, I don't know if we discussed it in the Discord while I wasn't there, but I had my car broken into yesterday. My window was smashed by whoever it was while I was in the supermarket, and they stole my laptop and my bag. And yeah, so luckily I still have my other laptop here at home. But yeah, I had to spend the whole day today going to fix the car window. And yeah, literally an absolute nightmare. What can you do about it though? Absolute absolute scumbags, mate. Just leave your car for 15 minutes and come back and glass everywhere. Awful. Yeah, and lost a bag and a work laptop, so I've got to go and get another work laptop now.
Well, at least it's not the MacBook.
Oh, mate, if it was the MacBook, I would cry. I would.
When you told me, I had to clarify because I feel like you would probably not even talk to me for weeks.
Everybody checked with me if it was the MacBook, but mate, if it would have been, you would have known. I probably wouldn't have been able to have spoke.
You would have a laptop,
mate. I would be, I would be inconsolable. It has everything. It's more than just the, more than just the actual MacBook itself. So much creative stuff I've created on there, and just music and everything. So yeah, luckily that one's still here. We're using it right now. I'm not taking it out the house ever. So anyway, we'll move on from my life story, and we'll move 12 Travel 21 saying that's terrible to hear. Did not know that. Did they have CCTV in the supermarket? There was one camera there. Called the police. They'll have to review the camera, but I'm just another statistic. So at the moment, so that's it. That's exactly right. Mario, I totally agree. Yeah, keep your valuables in the trunk or out of sight. Yeah, mate, I'm the biggest proponent for it. I always say it to my girlfriend. I always say it to everyone else. Make sure you just put your bags somewhere else. Don't leave them in the car. All I did was nipped out the car just to run in the supermarket, just to grab one thing, come back out, mate. That's all it takes. 5 minutes, bang, gone. And a lot of mess.
Too harsh on yourself, mate.
A lot of mess.
How many times would it happen? Would it not happen?
Mate, well, yeah, exactly.
It's not worth taking the risk, though. Definitely, always put it under the seat.
Yeah, mate. Learn your lesson, especially in these big supermarket car parks, mate. You just got to be super careful. So anyway, off of that, and you wanted to go through some of the winners and stuff.
Just the one winner. So the only winner we need to cover now
the one winner
is we've spoke about Doha. We had 12 Travel 21. Straight shout out to you. We've updated the Google Sheets for you. You've got your name in there. For the women's though, we've still got to work out who was the winner. So we had Muguruza. She was the lady who won. Beating.
Yes.
Who did she beat in the final now? Mine's gone.
Krajcikova.
She beat Krajcikova in the final. Krajcikova took an 11-minute toilet break during that match, apparently. John Silk messaged me about it because he knew I would just go off on one about it. And it's just ridiculous. Like, when I saw that, now I'm against Krajcikova. How can you be doing an 11-minute toilet break? I'm sorry. She needs to get points deducted. You can't be doing that. No, not good enough. Not good enough.
You might have some problems. You might be like...
No. I don't care, mate. You're in a final. It's just gamesmanship. I don't like it. Call it out as it is. Krejcikova, that was poor from her. That is so poor. And I'm really happy she lost.
It might have been the opposite. It might not have been that. It might have been, instead of constipation, it might have been diarrhea. Might have had problems.
Mate, sticking up for her. Maybe, I don't know if you've had them kind of problems, but I don't believe it. It was a case, put it this way. She wouldn't have been constipated if she won that first set. Mate, if she won that tie break and didn't lose at 8-6, then she wouldn't have been constipated. So enough of that. I'm not going to talk about it ananymore.
Well,
Let's get on to this.
We'll have to get
we need to work out who actually won.
We'll have to find out, mate. Well, here we go. We look down here at some of the winners there. So, what? We haven't got them written in yet. Is that what we're going to decide now, is it?
Mate, how can you forget? That's what we're
Right.
trying to work because they drew, didn't they? So
They
we're going to work
drew,
out the.
right.
So basically, me and Ben actually drew in this one. Believe it or
Yeah,
not, we had exactly the same points, I believe. So between me and him, it's a complete draw. And then between everyone else, there we go. We've got Almino and Mary Sky.
yeah.
So the way we're going to settle this is going to be down to the tie breaks and what's the other one?
Aces.
Tie break and
No,
the
it's the
aces.
time. Yeah, it's the time. So we got. Is this Almino's there? Who's got 5 aces?
Sorry, I mean the tiebreaker questions. We've got 2 tiebreaker questions. Number 1, the winner of the tournament will serve how many aces, and then how long will the match last. So 5 aces in 70 minutes is from Almino.
Okay, and then we've got Mary Sky here, from over the way to the bottom.
2 aces in 97 minutes.
This is going to be a tough one. I've got a feeling, just because I think we're going to be divided again. I don't know how we're going to work this out. Right, I'm going to have to find the match now. Just bear with me 1 second. When was it? It was earlier today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, we're not on Sunday. Oh my god, I'm getting mixed up with the days now, mate. Because normally do draw previews on the Sunday. Right. So remember what we had. Right, I'm coming out of this.
So it was 2 hours and 9 minutes. So I've got it here. So 2 hours and 9 minutes, which is in how many minutes? So that's 60, 120, 129 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, 129.
So time was 129 minutes.
So Mary Sky with 97 minutes was closer there for that.
And then aces, was it the total aces?
Yeah, no, by the winner. Total aces.
So 7 aces.
So, and then that means Almino wins with 5. So we're in a real predicament here, mate.
Oh gosh!
I know it's sort of it's a.
Wait, you have asked a good question. Is the 11 minutes toilet break included? Because Krejcikova, she's gonna. That's the reason why it's so close, probably because the 11 minutes.
Nah, but it was always closer to the 97 minutes. For
I can't decide it. I think we give it to them both.
I think we have to. We have to. That's a joint winner. 1-1 on the aces. 1-1 on the time. Yeah.
Well played. So Mary Sky and Almino, you win that bracket. So I'll update that for you. And that means we've got now an outright winner on the women's side because Mary Sky has already won Adelaide. She's now won this one as well, meaning she's going to be the GTL fan winner so far, and she's leading. So I can update that as Sky.
Nice. Will that update while it's on here?
Yeah. You go over to the right, mate.
Over to the right?
Right.
Where am I going?
Right. Keep going right.
I'm trying. It didn't let me. Look, it keeps on doing that. What's it doing?
I don't know.
There we go. There you go. Right.
So I've done that. So then here you've got then Sky. Oh, are you typing it in? What are you doing?
You want me to type it in? I don't mind, mate.
Sky. And
there you go. Oh, I've done it a different way to what you've done it, but that's fine. Sky and Almino. Oh, there you go. You've done it. There you go. See, mate. Teamwork.
What was you doing?
I was doing nothing.
Wait, what are you doing? But anyway, them 2-1 and Mary Sky, you can see she's 1-2. So if you go to the right, I don't know, can you go to the right anymore? Go up. Oh, what have you done? You've taken it out.
Well, I haven't touched anything.
I just had Sky in it.
Yeah, it's there.
No, on the right, mate. Go right and then go up. There we go. Sky. Yeah, it wasn't there a second ago.
Wasn't it?
No, so she's actually winning this one now. And on the men's, I think we have Mikey Mata.
Yeah,
Mikey Mata. But anyway, we'll leave that there. We've got obviously the conclusion of all these ones, and then we're going to be doing another 2 draw previews tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. We've got a live watch along tomorrow morning for us in about 12 hours' time. Medvedev's going to be playing Herbert. Super excited for that. Let's see if Medvedev can do it. Herbert's class, though. Medvedev doesn't want him at the net, and I think he'll be all right. Keep it at the baseline, and Medvedev wins.
Yeah, it's an early one. Yeah, we've got...
It's not that early. It's quite a nice time.
A lot of people asking for Mary Sky to have her own song. Well, you never know. Maybe at the end of this year, whoever wins, maybe I will do them their own personal song. How about that? And I can already hear some little cover songs. There's definitely some skies in a lot of songs. So Well, should we just leave it there? I think, mate.
Yeah, let's wrap it up there. Thanks for everyone who watched. If you haven't already, like the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Join us in the Discord chat. The link's in the description so we can chat all night long. Melez will keep you up to date with all the latest tennis. But we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early for Medvedev, and then draw previews in the evening.
That's it. Indeed. Have a good evening, guys.